out here wandering around our lot taking pictures of shit.
That's what I do.
So what do you do with it?
What do I do with it?
Yeah.
I publish the information when I find you guys screwing up.
When you find who's screwing up?
Whether it's the highway department or the sheriff's department, I don't care which one.
Where'd you park at today?
What?
I'll tell you what, if I watch your videos.
All right, guys, gonna audit the Adams County Highway Department today. They've got some equipment out here that I'd like to take a look at, and I think the taxpayers have a right to see. Just to make it clear that this is a county facility. It's the Adams County Highway Department. Oh, see some deer fur right there. Probably a deer. Deployed airbag too. Ouch. No plates on the ambulance. No plates. Where the fuck is the van? Oh, unit number 16 right there. Ooh. Dang. That used to be an awesome dare car. That thing is totaled. But they got the emergency lights zip tied on. That looks legit. 8050. I don't think I've ever seen that one used. Somebody's been back here drinking beer. We've got trailer plate number M995060. And then just to clarify, this is like a fence out in the middle of nowhere with openings on both ends, so it's obviously open. There's no signage that says personnel only. So here is what the Adams County Sheriff's Department believe is necessary to police a county with 66,000 residents and a 2.7% crime rate, which is very low if I recall correctly. And it's amphibious. And the only thing that water we really have around here in Quincy, Illinois, oh, broken turn signal right there. The only water we have here in Quincy, Illinois is the Mississippi River, and I can tell you right now this thing will sink extremely quick in that river. My guess is it can't even deal with small wakes, let alone an actual current. And these steps were added on. This was actually the first modification they did to this machine when they got it. Now, mind you, Adams County Sheriff's Department made the sales pitch that this vehicle allows our officers to get up to a location safely because they're protected on the inside. But apparently that wasn't the case, because the first thing they did was put steps on the outside so the deputies could ride on the outside of the bulletproof vehicle. That's right, it's meant to assault homes. It's not meant to protect people. Can't see much in there.
How you doing today?
All right, how are you?
What can we do for you?
Not much. I was taking a quick look around. I'm a journalist. I wanted to come out and see what the taxpayers paid for.
What tax? Who you journalists with?
I don't tell people that when I'm working.
You don't tell people that while you're working.
Nope.
Okay. So you're just out here wandering around our lot taking pictures and shit.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I guess that's your thing.
It's part of what I do.
That'll be fine.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? We're getting ready to paint stripes.
Oh, paint stripes?
Yep.
Sweet. One thing I've noticed here, and I find that a little odd, maybe I'm missing them, but there's no security cameras at this facility. A94. Huh?
Why are you taking a picture of that?
I can't hear you.
Why are you taking a picture of that?
Because I wanted to.
The VIN number?
Yeah.
How is that relevant to anything?
Huh?
Why is that relevant to anything?
Why is it
I'm
relevant?
just asking because I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to identify the vehicle.
Why?
That's
It's
not a
an
question
plate.
I'm going to answer.
It's an M plate.
Yep, I see that.
Okay? It's a municipality vehicle.
Okay.
I just don't understand. I really don't. I just don't understand
Oh.
what the VIN number. How is that going to
Well,
help you?
maybe you're not nefarious minded. I'll give you that. Got a guy
don't-
watching me through
No,
here.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I simply don't know.
Well, let me ask you. Come here real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to
I'm not going to be a smart aleck here, but I got to play devil's advocate. These are called screws. You can remove those really easily and then put them onto a different vehicle, and I wouldn't know. So, Vin,
No, that's,
yeah.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
I was just asking a question. But
Yeah.
I did, like I said, I didn't know what the VIN number had to do with anything. But
I
like you
spot
said,
check.
yes.
I spot check. So that's what I'm doing.
How are you going to correspond the VIN number to the plate, though?
I don't divulge that stuff.
Hey, kid, man, what's up, man?
This guy's known me for 20 plus years. Oh, they called the cops on me. Who would have thought?
What's going on today, man?
Not
what can I do
much.
for you out here?
Nothing. I didn't ask for any help.
What are you out here doing today?
Taking pictures and video. What are you doing?
Well, I'm seeing what's going on with you.
Oh,
But no, I just thought I'd ask. I didn't know, so now I know. Can you take pictures of VIN numbers and correlate it with the license plate?
How's he going to do that?
I don't know.
You got a database or something you do
Huh?
that
You
with?
can't
You
divulge
do.
that information.
Huh?
you do.
But why would I need to do that, though?
You don't. That's my part. That's what I do.
So what do you do with it?
What do I do with it? I
Yeah.
publish the information when I find you guys screwing up.
When you find who's screwing?
Whether it's the highway department or the sheriff's department, I don't care which one.
Where'd you park at today?
What?
Did you drive
Why
down
would you
there?
want to know where I want to park?
And where'd you park at today?
I'm not answering those questions, Kevin. Come on. You've
Man,
known me for 25
What
years.
are you doing out here?
I just told you.
Trying to correlate vehicles that aren't yours?
They are mine, actually. They're
What are
yours,
yours?
too.
How are they yours and mine?
They're taxpayer funded, aren't they, Kevin?
Dispatch Sam 32. Kid, what's your dad up to?
I'm not going to talk about my family when I'm working, man. I'll show you how I do it. Here's your VIN number. There's your plate number. What's your badge number?
My badge number is 32, kid.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. For my viewers out there, Kevin has known me since I was about 13 years old or 12 years old. He's been friends with my family for that friggin' long, and Apparently, the highway department doesn't understand what a journalist is. So we're going to sit here and wait till they get an education on it.
Which traffic this way?
Not much. Man, your car's a mess.
Huh?
You left your laptop open too.
Yeah, what are you looking in the car for?
Because I can. It's got a window on it.
All right. Well, is there something they can help you out here with?
No, I didn't ask for any help. I was just walking through and that guy started yelling at me. And
Which guy started yelling at
the
you?
guy that was here when you walked up, I
What'd he
didn't get
say
his
to
name.
you?
He just asked me what I was doing. I told him I was getting he asked me why I was video recording the VINs, and I told him it's to match the two up.
All right. Same
Which
age you passed us already.
Which I'm not even really required to answer any of those questions, am I?
I don't know. You know the law. Right?
Well, I'm suing your chairman right now, so I must have known
I don't
it
know
better
who
than
the
that.
chairman is. Who's that?
He's the guy that decides whether you keep your job or not.
Who's that though?
Jim Hansen.
I don't know Jim Hansen.
Oh,
So
that's hilarious. You've been a deputy for 20 years.
I don't know Jim Hansen, and actually he's an attorney.
Yeah, he
He's not
is.
the chairman of anything, so I don't know him. So
That
thank
was a
you for-
bad statement there, Kevin.
He's not the chairman of me. You said he's my chairman and my boss. That's what you said.
He is.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, Mr. Tate, how's it going?
Good, man.
Not much. You might want to remind him who Jim Hansen is and what his relation is to the Adams County Sheriff's Department. He's the chairman of the Adams County Merit Commission. He's also the chairman of the the Illinois Supreme Court Rules Committee. That's who he is, and he does have relation to you, Kevin. Welcome to YouTube, bud.
All right, thanks.
Would you like to have an interview with me?
I'm not doing any interviews right now. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing, man.
All right. Like I told him, I'm video recording public property.
All right, well, they don't want you out here, man. In reference to maybe getting hurt or anything like that.
Oh no.
A lot
So-
of heavy equipment out here, dude.
What are we gonna do then? Will you walk with me for a second?
Yeah.
Sure. Come on. Let's take a stroll here.
Hang on a second.
Because-
I gotta lock up my car.
All right. You might want to shut that laptop screen because I totally will video record that thing, and I will publish.
It's just saying where all units are right now.
All right.
Hang on a second.
Oh, you got third deputy out here for me. Is number 4 coming?
Who's number 4?
I don't know. I don't know who number 3 is, but he's driving a car.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Talking about QPD?
No, sheriff's vehicle just drove right by you. So, if you look right here at this entrance to this facility, where's the sign that says restricted for Adams County personnel only?
I completely agree with you. There's no signs posted.
Yep, there's no signs posted. It's open to the general public. I've been up here before, not working as a journalist, and I never got run out of here before. So if you guys want to get tied up in a lawsuit with me, you can feel free to trespass me under threat of arrest, and I will leave under threat of arrest.
No one has threatened to arrest you or anything. We're just
Okay,
trying to figure out
good.
what we're doing. Okay?
So-
they called. They were concerned about.
Oh, wait, no, I can't tell. Dark skin, man. It's dark in there. How you doing? Yeah. Kevin kind of shit his britches a little bit with me, but I don't know why. He's known me for 25 fucking years, at least. All right, yeah. Got a YouTube video today. So, let's come on back here. And this is why I do this. Now, I've been an auditor for 3 years, and I have driven by this place countless times. I'm aware of many, many things here. I'm aware of everybody that works at this facility, how much they get paid, how long they've been paid here, how much insurance and vacation time they have built up, all that information. So bear with me here. Now, I was in the Army for a short period of time. Weren't you as well?
I was, sir.
You were. Do you remember where I first met you?
I have not. I think I met you one day. I went to your parents' house and we had to serve you some paperwork.
Okay.
I think it was in reference to something. I don't remember what it was for. But I met you with, I think it was Salborn and Mason.
If there was that's right. By the way, that guy didn't even make it past second court appearance. They lost miserably.
I figured.
So yeah, they did. Don't tell lies when you got video evidence, okay? So I believe the right here, that when I was in the Army, it should be secured. Okay.
It's all broke down.
It's broke down.
We're actually looking at getting rid of it.
Awesome. That's good information. That's a good information to have. Because here's the thing. I know that thing is very simple and easy to operate. And I know that there is no exterior lock on that vehicle. At least I'm not aware of it. Now, I didn't go looking for it there, but I just know that from being in the Army before.
Right.
So they can lock it from the inside, but not from the outside, from what I understand. I also understand the Adams County Sheriff's Department has ripped the clutch out of it twice the first 2 times they drove it, despite being taught how to drive it.
I'm not aware of that.
Or is it the e-brake? It might have been the e-brake. They drove it down the street with the e-brake on. There's video of it anyway. So why is that fence there? You know, that fence seems kind of useless.
That used to be the impound lot. That's where we used to store all the cars, and then they tore it all down and moved the impound lot over here and built up a new one.
Okay.
So I think they were starting to tear this out. I don't know what the plans were for all this, but I think they ended up ripping out part of that fence.
Somebody's got a drinking habit back there too. I found a couple of beer cans.
Really?
Yeah. They look like somebody snuck back there, drank a couple beers.
Nice.
But then maybe you could tell me. Now I remember seeing the Dare vehicle. How was that destroyed? Was that a Scots law violation?
What?
It was? Okay, because that's what it certainly looks like to me.
Yeah.
You know, the first Scots law violation I ever investigated turned out to be 2 Illinois state police officers actually wrecking into each other.
Really?
Yeah, up in Chicago. I went up to Chicago, Illinois State Police headquarters for the Chicago district, which is a massive facility. They also have CMS management up there, which is the Central Management Services, which hires and fires everybody across the state. So they had a bunch of vehicles up there. There were probably about 150 damaged vehicles. There's quite a few. I was like, damn, I'm not going to FOIA request all these, because when I do FOIA requests, I actually do look at stuff. That takes time.
That's a good
I don't
thing.
just FOIA request it and throw it in the damn trash. Yeah, exactly. I drove 5.5 hours. I risked getting shot to get this paperwork, so I'm gonna go through it. So I chose to FOIA request 2 vehicles, or 3 vehicles. 2 out of the 3 vehicles were damaged by Illinois State Police officers.
Really?
Yeah, and all I did was choose the 3 most damaged vehicles there. That's how I chose it. Otherwise, I'd have been there all day. I did record all the cars, but I was trying to pick out the special ones, and apparently I chose the right ones.
Right.
So anyway, I was looking at this lot back here. What are these? Are these impounded vehicles back here as well? That's the new impound lot. Okay, that explains some things, because I saw private plates and grass growing up around them. It seemed a little odd.
Yep.
And I'm actually not familiar where the impound lot is at. Didn't it used to be downtown like 15, 20 years ago?
I haven't been here that long, man, so I don't know.
Okay.
The impound lot I used to know used to be right there, man. And then they built this one a couple of years ago, I think.
Gotcha. Another thing I noticed about this facility is when you come in here, there's an entrance right here. There's an entrance right there.
Right.
There's no sign that says employees only past this point.
County property, I completely agree.
Yep. And the county property, I mean, wouldn't make really any difference to me. It's specifically, and I gotta stress this, because Adams County, really, that sign down on your parking lot at the jail, it irritates the shit out of me. So I came out, the one that says private property, Adams County officials only, that one.
On the side parking lot there?
Yep.
Is that on the north side there?
No, that would be the east side.
Okay.
East side of the jail.
Okay.
It irritates me. So I don't see any of that signage here. I do see 2 placards right beneath the American flag right there that say Adams County Highway Department. So that tells me I'm on Adams County Highway Department property. There's no well-defined line here on where county property starts, stops, what have you. I checked GIS before I came out, so I'm acutely aware of where things are at. But for the general public walking in here, what's to stop them from getting trespassed from?
I agree.
Yep.
There's no signs. There's nothing up there like that.
Yeah. So, no, that's all I'm doing is checking VINs. And really, I wasn't required to even tell you that. I'm checking VINs against plates.
Be cooperative. I'm being cooperative with you. It's all good, man. We get called in reference to it. I mean, obviously they were concerned what was going on.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you know how it goes, man. I'm sure you've been through it.
Yeah, I think I've been through it a few times. I've had a channel for 3 years.
So man, we just wanted to make contact with you, figure out what was going on, man.
Yep.
In reference to it. So
Not up to anything nefarious. There's just checking out some public vehicles. I noticed also that Adams County Ambulance doesn't have any license plates on it.
I don't know anything about that, man. That would be the ambulance personnel.
Yeah, and I see these plates have it. Who is it? John Simon is the head of the Adams County 911 board?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're getting ready.
I'll send him an email.
What's going on with it?
Yeah, that might have been one of the things I was just wondering, because I can't find the VIN on that one. So now you see why I come and check.
Right.
So you got a public vehicle on there. I'm guessing that vehicle costs taxpayers about $80,000, $70,000. And we don't have any way to identify it.
Right.
So other than Unit 16, but I'm going to think like a criminal for just a moment here and say that I could take those numbers off and put up number 15 and you wouldn't know any fucking different unless you saw me doing it. So
I don't know. You'd have to talk to them, reference what's going on with that vehicle. I don't know if they're selling it, if it's an older one, or if they just got it in. I mean.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to point out here is, and my viewers are going to give me shit because I'm giving you good advice here, but honestly, I don't think the sheriff is going to fucking listen to any of it. He's going to end up getting sued, and that's going to be the way he has to learn. So you could either put some signs up here, and a physical barrier would even be more appropriate because not everybody can read. That's sad, but true. Physical barriers or signs, both, on both entrances. And if you don't do that, you guys, I could have been a real asshole here, just to let you know, and I could have walked all through all that stuff.
Right. No, I agree.
The doors are open. There's no signage anywhere around here. There's no employees either. Right. The only time I walked around here for 12, 13 minutes, I think it was, before I saw a single employee.
And I think because they did in addition to this, I thought they had two people staffed out here the last time. I could be wrong.
I haven't seen them. And another thing is you guys have all this equipment out here and no security, no security cameras.
Right. Well, so it's all county highway stuff. So in reference to that, I mean, that's something we obviously does need to be addressed. I agree.
Yeah, it does.
It's actually a good thing you bring it to the attention. The entrances especially. I just caught a pedophile up at the park last month, so I've been wanting to come out here for a while. I just decided today was the day. Good day. It's nice.
Exactly. We had
not
90s.
Too hot, not too cold.
And no rain. Rain plays hells on electronics.
Right.
So I'm not real keen on taking several $1,000s worth of video equipment out into the rain. And so another thing here is a door wide open. And the key's in the ignition right there, buddy. Key in the ignition, door wide open. Welcome to Adams County. Now you see why I audit. That could cause a shit ton of damage if some crackhead were to get out of one of these jails around here and come take that.
Oh, you still wandering around?
Yeah. Yeah. You might want to tell him that what I'm doing is not illegal.
I will.
Okay. Assholes. And he still hasn't put his laptop down. Oh, look at this right here. Those are not secure. That is not how you carry. All of these can slide out the back of the truck and hit one of the people driving down the road. None of those are secured up there. Let's see what else we can find. And that is M194. Yeah, that's not good if they were driving down the highway with the crap set up there like that. There's nothing there up at the front. I know that from doing landscaping work. My boss would shit on you for doing that. Oh, look at this. I didn't even notice this one. Oh, what the hell happened? Damn. And since my phone quit recording, and I'm not entirely sure we got this one, cracked windshield right there. That's illegal, according to the state of Illinois.
And that is definitely not just a dirty windshield. Boy, they fucked that up. Look at that. What the hell did they hit? Boy, Jesus Christ. Adams County vehicles just get the hell beat out of them. This is what the taxpayers are paying for. And this is exactly why I FOIA request these fucking records. Is because these fucking idiots destroy taxpayer-funded equipment and then they hide it out here and try and trespass you when you expose their wrongdoings. That's what we're dealing with right here. Hey, I got a couple of Illinois compiled statute violations for you. If you feel like doing some work. How's it going?
How are you doing, buddy?
All right, how are you?
Good.
Who are you?
I'm Sam Smith. I'm Chief Deputy of the Sheriff's Office.
Oh, awesome. I've never met you before.
We've talked a time or two.
Have we?
Maybe on the phone. I don't
Okay.
know. But
You guys have me confused with somebody else. I know that there's some confusion down at the city that they think I'm somebody else, and I'm not. I know who the person is,
I've
but...
talked to you a time or two, though. On
Okay.
the phone. I know I have.
Well, I was just telling him as he was walking up, I just got a couple of Illinois compiled statute violations if you guys want to write them up.
I'll tell you what. If I watch your videos.
I figured you did.
Yeah. So you post it, we'll look into it.
Okay.
I was talking to Sergeant Tate a little bit earlier. I mean, you know what you're doing. You
Yep,
can
yep.
record and do what you need to do.
Yep, I didn't...
I've explained that to them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. My viewers will like to hear that. I didn't touch any... I shouldn't say that. I did touch one vehicle, but it's only because I almost fell into it. So I just... One hand on it. I don't touch the vehicles. So I would love to be able to climb up on that step and look into that vehicle, but that's past the point I'm willing to go. So I'll walk on property, but I don't physically touch property with my hands in general, not intentionally. So a couple of things. Yeah, I'll just publish a video and you can watch it from there. So
That's how we learn, bud.
yeah, awesome. I like to hear that. The employees out here hopefully got an education on it today.
I explained everything to them.
Cool.
It's, it is always, well, I mean, you know, you've said it in your other videos. I've heard other people have mentioned it, that sometimes people just need to be educated.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it is what it is. So
Well, I'll give you a tip. I watched audit videos for probably 7 years before I became an auditor. And the first couple of videos I watched, I seriously thought the auditor was breaking the law. I didn't know. So I had to learn myself. And the more and more I learned, the more and more I was like, these videos are actually very beneficial to the general public. They really are. They expose a lot, and yeah, they ruffle feathers, but you know what? Feathers should have been ruffled a long time ago, and it's just we're playing catch up now.
I was going to say, it wouldn't be to the point we're at.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but
So
good.
I'm glad to hear you guys are getting rid of that piece of shit. I got a petition signed against that thing, the armored personnel carrier.
He was talking about.
Yeah, it's a POS. It's a money sink.
We have tried multiple times to get the state to come and take it back.
They won't.
And they want us to pay, have it shipped back. But when they brought it here on a low boy, and they brought it to us.
Yeah.
So
You guys got it out of the Department of Defense's 1033 program. It actually used to be called something else. Defense Marketing and Research Program. And I was like, marketing? What the fuck is the Defense Department marketing anything? You know?
So we don't.
That's what they're marketing.
Well, it was called LESO, is what it was for a while. Law enforcement. I can't remember what it was.
Yep. But it operated out of that federal
Yeah,
program.
So we have completely, like, we used to have weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We sent them all back.
Really?
Yeah.
Would they send you all junk?
No, they were all legit. I mean,
Oh,
they
okay.
were M16s, like military issued, but we just didn't want to be in that market anymore. So we've since gotten rid of those, and that's our last piece. We had a boat as well. And that
I thought you still had that.
No,
It's just a small John boat, isn't it?
No, it was a bigger boat. It was down in the marina. We got rid of that probably 2 years ago.
So how do you guys police hogback? Do you just ask a private individual to take you out there?
Conservation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, didn't think of that one.
But yeah, that's our only piece we got left. So it just kind of chill.
Yep.
I mean, it's sitting there not hurting anybody. It's not costing anybody any money. We're not putting
No.
fuel in it or anything like that. So it is what it is.
I know the windows cost $6,000 or $4,000.
Yeah, they were.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And they're tiny, and they only last like 3 years too, because that's all that's filled with a gel.
Yeah.
I'm not I was in the Army for a very short period of time. My tactical knowledge is basic training, which is pretty fucking laughable. Don't stick your head up when everybody's shooting. That's the tips they give you in basic training. Stay in low areas, that kind of shit.
That thing was well before our time.
Yeah, that was 1970s, and that's an old Marine Corps piece, actually. I did my research on it. Get this, the first night I went out to get a petition signed against that, I got arrested by QPD for interference.
Really?
So, and my first night I went out, I was out for 3 hours. I had 400 signatures. I only needed 300 to take it up to the board. So I think it was 300, but I got 400 my first night. I ended up with 2,500 signatures, and I ended up calling it quits. So I never did turn it into the board, though. I kind of effed up. I think I might have violated a state law by doing that. But I ended up turning it into John Sullivan, Senator Sullivan.
It'd be something that I don't know. Maybe someday could go to the vets home.
That honestly was what I had thought about, because they still got the T-72 out there. That was from Vietnam or Korea, I think. Or no, that was Vietnam era.
But,
and they have the Huey out there still.
Yeah.
And then here's, and I'm gonna share this with my viewers. Now, mind you guys, the guy in front of me is not responsible for this level of stupidity I'm about ready to talk to you about. But the Illinois Veterans Home had a NASA rocket sitting out at the grounds, level with the ground, and it sat out there for about 15 years until one of the guys that used to work on the rockets for NASA came out to visit. And he's like, I've worked on this rocket. I spent 20 years of my life working on this specific rocket. He goes, those boosters are still live. And they had it pointed at Locust Street neighborhood. And that was on Harold Wigg. So
I remember the rocket, because they had the rockets and they had jet or two.
Yep, they had like a Sabre jet, I want to say, or some, it's like a 1960s type U.S. style jet.
Yeah, I remember it when I was a kid. Like, just go cozy around and hang out and see it.
Yeah, same here. Feed the deer. I volunteer. By the way, I volunteer out there. I think I've got 4,500 volunteer hours out there. Yeah, I don't go out I haven't been out since the Legionnaires thing. I don't think I can go out there and not speak my mind. So that is a state-run facility. I'm acutely aware how corrupt everybody is there. Most of the thefts you guys don't report to it, QPD does, but I tell them when they went out there, I'll let you know right now, man, it's the staff and probably the residents. The visitors, I really didn't think it was the visitors, because there's just too many times there's a pattern that develops. And if this were a visitor stealing from residents, because that's often what happens, these old guys hide their money in their pillowcase. Well, who changes the pillowcases? The CNAs. So I saw that shit. I actually reported a couple of nurses out there they got in serious trouble, because the stuff I witnessed was residents getting seriously hurt. That's when I'd snitch on you.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm not okay with that. One of them's dead, so I can speak freely. The lady that did it, but she let a 450-pound resident that has a waist belt. You're not supposed to ever have your hand off that belt. If one of those guys is standing, doesn't matter what you're doing, your fucking hand is on that belt. The dude weighs 450 pounds, you weigh 150. Keep your fucking hand on him. So she lets go. Face plants. Blood everywhere. And you know what she did? She starts cussing at him. So I reported her to the dean out there, which that was another dirt ball out there. He's gone, but by the way, I'm going to edit all that shit out, don't worry. Because I'm getting ready to drop the ball. I'll let you guys know, Vets Home has been dumping raw sewage into that creek, and I caught them, okay? I caught them a couple of times. Yep.
I've never done the research into it.
So I called out to Troy, the adjutant out there, or the executive director, whatever he is. And I asked him, I said, has Circle Sewer Service ever been out there? And he goes, I've been out here for like 3 or 4 years. I've never heard of them coming out here. So I FOIA requested everything through the state. And yeah, Circle Sewer has been out there pumping raw sewage out of that thing and pumping it. They didn't say where they were pumping it to, but I've been out there and actually seen the gray sludge going directly into our creek. And this is the same creek that I caught the city up on, dumping hundreds of thousands of gallons of your raw sewage directly into your drinking supply.
The one that runs on the backside of it?
Yep. Yeah, and they tried to argue with me at first. And they're like, "That's not raw sewage." I was like, "There's a fucking sign right there. It says raw sewage. Don't drink. Don't step in." And you got a giant fucking pipe right there that says raw sewage on it, and then it's leaking gray sludge. And by the way, this is, if you watch my video, it's one of my least popular videos because there's no drama, but it's literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gallons of raw sewage, and it's thick. It's not just a little bit. It's thick. It's all the way, like, from me to that drive, 15 foot wide, raw sewage 2 foot deep, going right into the bay. So
We used to have more of the meth labs years ago. Remember that one search when we did that out, and they would throw all their meth trash in that.
really,
Yeah, there's a
I
house
picked
right
it all
there
up
that
then.
occurred. Right, yeah, the meth response team came out and cleaned it all up.
Did they? I went out there. I've picked that park up twice in the past 10 years, and in between, it's called Sid Simpson now, and then the railroad tracks. That took me 7 days, 8 hours a day. I went out there and picked that up. Now, you didn't hear me beating on my political drum that I did a good for the city of Quincy, or hear me doing any of that crap. I got no extra credit for that shit. I just got sick of seeing it, and I picked it up. You want to know what the park district did? They started dragging fucking tires that I had taken and put them next to the road. And by the way, I mind you, I told the park district, hey, all those bags of garbage alongside the road are from your park, and that's me that's doing it. I'd appreciate it if you pick it up, because I don't have a truck. There's like 17 bags and probably 6 tires. I sat there and watched a uniformed park district employee get out of his truck, drag it clear into the fucking river, and throw the tire into the river. Federal offense. And granted, no camera. This was before I was an auditor.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I'd have nailed his ass. I waited a week before I went down to the park